Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, alright, we're gonna go right back into the Dumb Supper where we last left off. In part, I don't know. So, it gets even better. It gets even better and better and better, especially as the book goes on. What is the book I am reading called? The Children of Cain. That is what I am reading. Children of Cain, obviously. It's the title of the videos. So, yeah, must be the book. Who knew? It just gets better and better because of, yeah, lots of stuff about Robert Cochrane. So, alright, so the Dumb Supper mentioned above. So it was, the, witch that had, basically summed up, Samhain, or Halloween night, with the wild hunt and all that. So, the Dumb Supper mentioned above refers to the old folk custom of laying an extra place at the table for departed spirits or the offering of food to the ancestral dead. So, but where did the old-time witches and their modern counterparts meet to celebrate their rites? Alright, now traditionally, it had to be close to running water, even though folk beliefs that it was impossible for a witch to pass over it. Have I ever passed over running water? Yes, I have. Alright, so where 2 or 3 streams or rivers meet near a weir or waterfall. So at an ancient tree, a prehistoric standing stone, or at a crossroads. Luckily, I live on a crossroads. Literally. So, in the old days, the place where 3 or 4 roads converged was often used for burials, especially of suicides, murderers, and witches who were laid in unconsecrated grounds. So that kind of makes me wonder about the old folklore in my little village. Literally, it is a village. The woman that was accused of being a witch, she was burned. She was literally burned, so it's historical. She was here. She was burned in this little, not here on my land, but yeah, she was burned for it back in, before they came in and took over, the Indians that lived here, before a white man took over. So yeah, she was burned by white men. Now, and that just makes me wonder about this house. The crossroads, it being on a crossroad, is just wild. So, yeah. Anyways, okay, so they were also a popular site for gallows and gibbets, and traditionally where dark magic was practiced, hence the popular term dirty work at the crossroads. Crossroads often marked the boundaries of several parishes met. So that's a really interesting folklore on the crossroads. So at liminal places like the edge of the woods, where they meet more land or open countryside, and beaches or cliffs where the sea meets the land, were deliberately chosen by old-time witches for their rites because of their otherworldliness. So between that, between times, tween times, twixt the horns, all of that good stuff. Now, they were regarded as physical gateways between the material world and the spirit world. So any hedge where oak, ash, and thorn grew were also regarded as one of these liminal places or entrances. So, as we have seen, witches also convened at prehistoric sites such as wells and springs, burial mounds, earthworks, megalithic circles, hill forts, and former Celtic nematons, or sacred groves, which it was literally everything. I mean, we have water over here, running water. I'm very close to running water, like right across the street. So it's really interesting, and I do think I have crossed it, actually. It's just really neat, all of this. And then, these people that were working on the crossroad here for internet had to remove a standing stone that's been there for like 100 years. So yeah, that kind of made me mad. But yeah, uncultivated plots of land, known in folklore as the Devil's Acre or No Man's Land. And we do have one of those on this property as well. It's for the buka. It's an uncultivated, wild, radical place. A big plot of land. Okay, so we are also used as meeting places for the same reason. I wouldn't want to meet in mine, though, because I don't know what's in there. There's animals in there that I just probably would not want to fight. So, there is a village in North Devon called No Man's Land, or No Man's Land, which is so called because the boundaries of 4 parishes meet at its crossroads. So in Scotland, pieces of uncultivated land were known as the Goodman's Croft or Clutie's Croft, both popular nicknames for Old Horny, Old Splitfoot, or Devil. Now at Eglin in 1602, this is really interesting, several men were called before the kirk, which is the church, session, to explain why they had reserved a plot of land for the devil. They said it was as a peace offering to the old one, not the devil, the old one, so he would not blight their crops or animals. And yeah, I do believe that if you have an uncultivated plot of land in your anywhere on your property, that it's probably a really good thing. So I don't know, I might light a candle out there tonight. God forbid no, because it'd probably catch on fire. So now the Scottish novelist Sir Walter Scott compared the tradition of the Goodman's Croft to the Temenos in ancient Greece, a piece of land that was set aside and regarded as sacred and dedicated to the worship of the pagan gods, historically regarded as sacred and dedicated to the worship. I already read that. Historically, churchyards and ruined churches were also favored for witch meets, especially those built on the ancient sites of pagan worship. Unfortunately, their use of such places gave the witches a bad reputation, and among the ignorant today, if evidence of such places is discovered, the newspapers react with sensational headlines about so-called black magic, rites, and satanic practices. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. I was in the paper for the Ouija when I was in junior high school, and I think you guys already all knew that Ouija Goes to High School. It is actually in my book, Ouija Pop, and I think it's in the other 2 books too, as an example. So, an example, synchronicity as an example was provided in the early 1960s when a series of magical workings were carried out in several ruined churches in Norfolk. Okay, that's England, I think. I don't know. Maybe. The newspapers at the time got overexcited because of the churches used was on the royal estate of Sandringham, I think. I don't want to butcher these names. But in 1963, evidence of a necromantic ritual was found in a ruined church on a hilltop at Clawhill in Bedfordshire. A media sensation was also caused in the 1970s when the Windsor Coven, mentioned previously, was disturbed by a farmer while convening at the ruined church near the village of Bix near Henley and Thames in Berkshire. Although the story was picked up by the local press and a Sunday newspaper, which inaccurately claimed that the local villagers were living in fear of black magic rites, the farmer told the police that he had no objections, none at all, to the witches meeting on his land. So, yeah, I like that. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty nice of that man to do that. So the church was on the site of a former pagan shrine and was well known for its powerful psychic atmosphere and associated paranormal phenomena. So, from the description of the beliefs and rituals of the old craft in this chapter, the reader will hopefully have obtained some understanding of traditional witch ways. So, yes, we're almost to the end of this first chapter of notes. So, as we shall see when we examine the various publicly known traditions, and I like how this guy he calls everybody out. All of these traditional witches, like Robert Cochrane, traditional witch. So yeah, it's good. In detail. So, those who follow the crooked path of the old craft today do so because they are seeking the Grail, and this is the archetypal symbol of the goal of spiritual illumination and gnosis, that is the ultimate aim of the spiritual journey or quest. Now, true magic is a manifestation of the yearning of the human spirit for the mystical union with Godhead, the return of the divine spark to source from which it originally came at the beginning of creation. So, if performed correctly, humbly, and with sincerity, the old craft provides the means to conquer fate and achieve that blessed state of union and completion, whereby the soul can be liberated from the material cycle of death and rebirth. Yeah, that is the ultimate goal. To me, that is what I've been saying forever. I don't want to reincarnate again. I don't want to come back again. I'm done. So, alright, now concealed within the myths, rites, and the rituals of the old craft are the keys to understanding the eternal mysteries of life, death, and the universe. As it was once said, seek and ye shall find. So, it gets even more interesting than this. This is so historically amazing. I love it. So, now tomorrow, we'll go on. But, yeah, the clan of Tubal-Cain. So, I really thought that the clan of Tubal-Cain was a lot older than the 1960s. Sadly, it's not. Sadly, I don't want to give away anything, but I mean, we all know. I mean, if you do your research on Robert Cochrane, we all know that he was pretty much, he made up everything. So he was he was trying to reform and remodify the old ways to fit in modern times, and that's not how that happens. That's not how that works with traditional craft. We try to keep it as authentic as it was. But yeah, I just don't care for what Robert Cochrane has done for traditional craft. And there's tons of people that have just left him and, left his coven and, and then his, crazy death. And then when his wife, she became a widow because he killed himself, and it was just crazy. And then, his nephew stepped up, and the whole family, like all of them stepped up to say, no, there was no witches in that family whatsoever. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. I was kind of let down there. Kind of like a little boy crush. That kind of let down. Something that you get over very quickly. And thank the gods that you did not, spend money on books and stuff. But he never wrote any books, did he? Robert Cochrane never did. He only contributed articles and correspondence to certain articles, newspapers, back in the 1960s and 70s called Pentagram. So, really interesting. Alright, let's do some coffee talk. But yeah, I just think it's crazy, Why would you make up something so elaborate to make yourself... He wanted to be flashy. He wanted to be out there and radically publicly known. And that kind of makes me want to just kind of go underground. That's why I don't teach much on what I do specifically within traditional craft. Well, I mean, I do, but to an extent. Like my oaths and vows and stuff that I've made to the old ones and the old one. Yeah, I would not, that's just something personal, and you guys, I know you guys understand that. So we all do it in one way or another. Alright. Oh, YouTube, you are being amazing today. Thank you. Alright. I will start doing the astrological readings. I promise you guys that. Sooner than later. It's just really hard keeping up with the outside and the inside too. This house is crazy big. What? I just clicked on comments. I don't want my dashboard. Alright. likely spam. I don't even read those anymore. Thank you, YouTube, for filtering out all the nonsense. Most of it is really, really nonsense. So, careless something. God Helg. Hurricane. Oh, yes. Actually, yes. You're right. Careless. Have a nice day, Ryan. Thank you. You too. You too. Alright. Smoky Shake. Hi. Shout out. YouTube. Cat. Is that a rose? That is cute. Thank you. That is so cute. Burns the Dragon TV. Let's get Burns the Dragon TV up to 1,000 so I can tag him in my videos. So I can, shout out, and that will contribute to his channel as well, because Burns is really, really amazing. If you guys haven't seen him, check out the Silver Man. Just Google him, and he will come up. Teresa Walker, hi my love. M. Kiss, hello. Lisa Oaks, Nikki Davis, hello. Medina Ray, hi. Whoa, I don't know how to say your name. World's tallest drummer. Cool. How tall are you? Now I'm wondering, how tall are you? My Shara Harris. Hi, love. Taylor Henry. I'm alone. I am too, and I love it. These Oaks. I don't even know how to say your name, but hello from India, you say? Hi. Hello. Skyly Sullivan. Cindy Miller. Hi, my lovelies. Gustavo. Hi. Lady Witch. Stanley Berg. Hey. Lindsay Marie. You are such a beautiful soul. I hate that I missed this live. Thank you. You are too. I will be live again, I promise. Promise. John Ortega. Skyly Sullivan. Nazia Majid? I don't. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm really, really, really sorry. Stanley Berg. Sasha Slaughter. Hi, guys. How are you? I love you guys. Alright. It gets too complicated with all the comments and everything. So, alright. Well, guys. New things are to come. So, keep watching. New things will to come. Are to come. So, yeah, just make sure you click the subscribe button, the little bell, so you get the notifications when I do go live, so people don't miss it. Because I get a lot of crap for not going live. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, I'm sorry if you missed me. I love you all very much. Have a great Saturday, all the way from Venus, of course, all the way back down. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So, I love you all. Be safe. Mask up. It's safe. And thank you guys for all your amazing comments. You're amazing.